Howdy, y'all. This is Super Testnet, back for another episode of What Did Super Make Today? It's not really a series. But I made something called Bullrun, which is kind of an Uber knockoff, and it uses Bitcoin and the Lightning Network, and as well as the decentralized, or possibly decentralized, maybe someday decentralized messaging protocol called Nostr, which I'm a big fan of, to do some Uber like stuff. So let's see how it works. I've got two tabs open. In one of them I'm a rider, and in one of them I'm a driver. So the driver would come to this website, which is just a page on my GitHub right now. Eventually it'll probably be a real website, and he puts in a fake name that he wants to use when he's driving around. In this case, I'm going to be Daft Punk. And then he gives a short vehicle description, like white Ford Mustang or something for the rider to look for when he's waiting for his driver. So I will do a red dump truck. All right, and then it wants to access my location, of course. So there we go. So now we've got my name and vehicle put up there. If I changed or gave my phone to someone, we could change the driver. And then we need an endpoint for my node as well as my invoice macaroon. This is a non-custodial service, so we only need the invoice macaroon, not the admin one. My friend Christopher Scott is letting me use his for this demo. So I'll put that in there, and then here's his invoice macaroon. Submit. You're all set. Now wait for someone to request a ride. Notice how easy that was. There's no KYC. There's no inspection of your car or anything. It's just give it a description and put in your node credentials so we can create invoices on your node. All right, so now I'm going to request a ride over here in the rider section. This sees that I am somewhere in Austin, Texas, and let's say I wanted to drive, I don't know, down here. Please click OK if this is where you want to go. You can click cancel if you messed up, and you can move the pin to somewhere else. I don't yet have a search bar feature enabled. I'm hoping that we integrate this into Arcade City, which is another Lightning app that wants to do Uber rides, and they already have a search bar, so this might be something I can integrate with them. But you can move that pin around and then click OK when you're ready. Please enter a number of sats you're willing to pay a driver to take you there. A good estimate is about $1 a mile, and your destination is less than a mile away. I'm just going to do 10 for this demo. 10 sats is all I'm going to offer. And I have to enter a fake name so that our driver can identify me, and I will be Sean. Okay, so using Nostr, it's now going to broadcast my offer to nearby drivers, and when I do that, you'll see it just sort of shows up there, and it has a little timer that this offer is going to expire in 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead as the driver. I'm going to see that, he's only a mile away from me, and he this guy named Sean wants to ride, so I'm going to accept that. And that goes to the rider and says, click OK if you want Daft Punk to pick you up in their red dump truck. They are currently, they're right on top of you, because I'm literally in the same building. Okay, I'm going to do that, and that's going to give me an invoice to pay. Let me get my phone here and pay that. Okay. My phone is loading up my wallet, and now I am hitting pay on the invoice. The invoice says it is in flight, and we're using Lightning Escrow here, so it's actually a non-custodial service. Lightning Escrow can't settle this payment because they don't have the pre-image to this, but they do detect that the payment was attempted, and then they allow the driver to they tell the driver where to go, or actually he already knows where to go. All right, so the driver should be on his way. If you look up at the map now, you can actually see that this tracks in real time where he's at. And every 15 seconds or so, this thing changes. Now, briefly here, it said, click here on the driver's side. It said, click here to open Google Maps and ride to your passenger. And then it had the coordinates of the passenger. Of course, since I'm in the same building, that almost immediately changed to, you've arrived, now take your rider to their destination. And it changed the coordinates to where they want to go, which is down here. But if I open up Google Maps over here, it'll actually show where they want to go is just on the other side of the river, just like this map says. So that's what happens. Now this one over here is tracking the location of both the rider And when the rider is within 100 feet rather, of his destination, it's going to send this pre-image to the driver, and the driver can then settle the payment. Also, it shows it on your phone or on whatever device you're using Bullrun with, so that if you want to, if he gets you within, not quite within 100 feet of your destination, but enough to satisfy you, you can show him the pre-image, and then he can just scan it and get it from you there. But here, because I'm not actually going to drive across the river, I'm going to run the finalize command. Let me just do that real quick. Delete all that stuff. Finalize all. This is the command it runs to finalize this ride. And so basically it sends the pre-image over to the driver over here, and the driver creates an invoice for the same amount and requests that Lightning Escrow pay it, which they just did. And that's it. Then the ride is completed. So that is Bullrun. There are a few bugs, like you're seeing one now. The message just changed to one that says he's the owner of a voucher. Working on getting some bugs fixed, but the whole thing actually works. You can actually do Uber rides right now, and it works. But more to come. I'm trying to integrate this with Arcade City. Had a talk with Chris. Chris from Arcade City. They just forked this and put it on their GitHub. Hopefully this will be at the back end for that sometime soon. But yeah, it actually works right now, and you can get Uber rides with Bitcoin. But be careful and read the instructions in the GitHub, because there are some bugs to fix still. Anyway, thought you might like that. Have a great day.